what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are documenting day 14 in my album, and my day 14 story is all about me welcoming my one little word for 2022 into my life, which is heart. So I really wanted to do like a little bit of art journaling about my word, and I thought it would be fun to take whatever page I made and mask it in my words. So I will insert some footage of me working on the jelly plate print background that I used to mask inside the word heart. Okay, so what I did was you saw I did the footage, and if you can't see what I was writing, what I wrote in my journaling is, not in the journaling, what I wrote in the jelly plate printing using some Posca paint pens is, I am worthy of the time it takes to do the things that heals my heart. And I waffled, and in my journaling I said this, but I went back and forth about whether I was even picking a word for next year. Ease and I went on a bit of an adventure, and it was actually the perfect word for me. Going into 2021, I just didn't know that. And then halfway through the year, I was like, you and I aren't bros anymore. And Ease was like, oh, really? We have work to do. And it was the perfect word for me. And so I was like, I'm not doing it again this year. I'm not picking a word. I'm just going to go into 2022, like no expectations, kind of the way I approached this December daily project. No expectations. I was just going to go into the year. And some years, my word shows up and I'm just like, go away, I don't want you. And then other years, I'm like constantly looking for it. And then November goes by and December starts and I'm like starting to feel a little bit panicky because I don't know what my word is, which, again, these are like irrational expectations we put on ourselves that we don't need, especially with how busy and how hard life already is. Like, we don't need to put any more irrational expectations on our. Wow, that tea literally just flew across the room. Okay, well, not looking for it. We don't need any other irrational expectations on us. But after picking a word every year for maybe 6 or 7 years at this point, I felt like if I didn't have one, like I felt like I was missing something, right? Like, it's one of those things that I felt like I needed. But I was waffling about picking one for 2022, and then Heart picked me. That's what I'm telling people. Heart picked me. I didn't pick it. I said, no, go away. And it was like, yeah, I'm here. This is what we're doing. And so I did some journaling about, choosing my word and what it means and why. And then for my photo, if you saw day 13, you know we are working on the back side of a circle. So for my photo, I literally made a heart with my hands, which is like the easiest thing to do. It's one of my favorite things to do in like a selfie, besides putting up like the peace sign like a 5-year-old. One of my favorite things to do is to make the shape of a heart with my hands. And then what I've been doing is spelling out 14 and following the curve of my hands. So obviously the letters are not straight. They're kind of supposed to be like that. And then I put, also you guys really enjoyed me saying that these were gold chipboard when they're red. I'm on to you. You guys are funny. But I put a red, not gold, a red chipboard heart in between the letters that spell. So 4 space teen. These are from last year. I want to say they're from last year. I have no idea anymore. But Allie, realized that the gold ones were very popular, and so she put red ones in the kit. And I never used them because I didn't finish my album last year. So I have a ton of supplies. I got to day 13 last year, so we've already gotten further this year than I got last year. But I didn't finish my stuff, so I have a lot of supplies. And then I went through my chipboard stash because I just wanted some sort of small banner that was red that had a sentiment that made sense. And I found this one. This must have been the January Stories by the Month kit from some year. I don't know. All my kits are broken up. I don't store stuff in kits because I don't use them that way. But it was a red banner piece that said looking back, looking ahead. And it was exactly what I was looking for. So I'm going to pop this on with my T-square. And that's pretty much it for day 14. I really wanted... Actually, I kind of want this a little bit further down. I really wanted my word and the art journaling to kind of be front and center. So I kept the rest of the page pretty neutral just to make sure that this... Wow, I really like the way that looks. That worked out perfectly. So I've had really bad insomnia these last few days. And when I can't sleep at night, I get up and I sketch December Daily Prep page ideas. And this literally worked out exactly the way I'd hoped it did. So... that actually, you know what? We're going to put a tiny star. Do I have small gold chipboard stars? I'm going to go see if I have small gold chipboard stars. Because I want to put a little, like a gold star. But I think, do I want to put the foil? Maybe I'll just put the foil. Because these are perfect size. Yeah, actually, that's what I wanted. Just something that was a little bit shiny. So that's it, you guys. That's day 14. Where the story is front and center. The story was what I really wanted to focus on. And there's a picture, and that's... wow. I don't know. I think it's really high impact. I love the way the art journaling looks. And not every page, I feel like I said this yesterday, but not every page has to be super interactive and busy. And I'm really enjoying having these, easier pages to rest. So I will... I will read my essay. Feel free to tune out if you're not interested, but I wrote, some years my word knocks at all of the doors and demands entrance for weeks, well beyond the time I was ready for it, clamoring louder and louder until I stopped ignoring it and finally paid attention to what it is trying to tell me. Some years I wake up with the knowledge heavy in my chest that the word I've been seeking for has finally found me, and we have a brief and joy-filled moment of communion as we finally meet. This year that was just more of the same in disguise. This year where all of the things I had hoped to set down dug into my spine like weights, and the things I had hoped to carry slipped out of my fingers. Everything is different. This year you weren't here, and then you were. This year I had no idea what I wanted for 2022, if I even had the courage to want, and little desire to find a word for this next season. And it seemed that this word, this sigh and prayer for direction and attention, had even less desire to take root. And then you showed up bright and early yesterday morning, and it was like you had been there the entire time. And how could I ever feel unmoored looking into what comes ahead when you are always there beside me? Heart. After 31 years with this rebellious and relentless organ beating in my chest, it feels like I don't know you anymore. I've lost touch with you, and in doing so have felt parts of me drifting out to sea, becoming slowly unrecognizable to myself, to him. And why does it feel like you've led me to the edge of a cliff and left me perched at this precipice, inches from free fall into nothingness and newness and choking, cloying fear? Heart. Brave, loyal, reckless heart. We have work to do, you and I. Work of healing, work of restoration and reparation, work of dreaming and courage, work of hope, always the extravagant variety, and work of love. After seasons of always looking outward to community and to togetherness, after this season of ease where I did not create enough space for it and it ended up carving out a room that I was neither prepared nor willing to give, what a riot you were, ease. Life can be so ironic. I chose to look inward, to the heart of the matter, to point the mirror at myself, at my heart, and to look and to wonder and to explore. I choose to release all intentions for you, establish no goals and guidelines, but to embark on this adventure with you, hand in hand, eyes open and soul ready for what we will do and learn together. Let's do the work. So there we go. That's a little bit about why I chose the word I did this year. I picked words that were very outward for a while. I was doing like connect and embrace and things that required me to communicate with other people and people outside of my family. And this year we're turning the mirror inwards. So, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for 2020. I'm not saying that. I feel like I said I was really excited for 2021 and then 2021 said, "Oh, really?" So, I have no intentions. I have no agenda. I'm going into 2022 with heart. So that's it, you guys. That's all I have for you today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you're picking a word for 2022. If you have picked a word, let me know if this inspired you to include some of your own art in your scrapbooking. And I'll see you for day 15. So until next time, keep it crafty and have the very best day, and I'll see you around. Bye for now.